सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम. Hari Om, all of you. We are on the last day's session today. Welcome. In the last class yesterday, we were trying to see some intricate functioning of the body laboriously. Later, I felt that was a little unnecessary. It is okay. Now I will simply connect that now to the present in a simple way. We have 50 trillion cells in our body. Each cell has its own signature mark on it. That mark is exclusive for us. That mark is not available in any other organism. So specific it is. And therefore, whenever we become angry, every cell of our body gets upset. We have to be careful. That increases the chemical reactions. Increased chemical reactions increase free radicals. Increased free radicals will give rise to mutations. Mutations are responsible for diseases and cancer. That is the point. Hope that point is clear now. The next one. Every cell is connected, therefore, whatever we do, it is spread to each cell through the so-called signals. Our body is full of signals, self-signals, different things like cyclic AMP, cytokines, so many are there. Therefore, whenever we want to keep healthy, live happily, live long, the first thing that we should do is forgive and forget. Forgiveness will give us so much of relief that immediately our body cools down and gets synchronized. That is the first point. How it is, we have seen yesterday, it is through signals. Second point, we should avoid anger completely. Why? Finally, anger, buddhinasha. Buddhinasha pranashyati. The third point, what we should take care of our food. We should be careful not to eat raw sugar or more carbohydrates, including polished rice. It's always better to have more vegetables in our diet. And those vegetables, if possible, if we can grow on our rooftop or in the backyard without any pesticide, that would be great. There are two things in one act is served. What are the two things that are served? Number one, there will be a physical exercise, intent love for the vegetable. There is interaction between us and our vegetables. And later we are taking the same vegetable, and that would be healthy. And we are also connected with nature. That is the third point. Next comes the fourth point. What else we should do? So after the food, then is exercise. How do we do exercise? The best way is to watch TV by standing. You never expected this. You better watch TV by standing. That would be way. Otherwise, we tend to sit longer, spend a lot of time in TV. Therefore, it is better to stand and watch TV, number one. and definite regular exercise of 1 hour we have to do. During exercise, I suggest strongly, which I do myself, please learn some shlokas. It may be from Bhagavad Gita, mantras from Upanishads, or from any sacred book. There is no bar. Please learn by heart. How this helps? By learning by heart, it is going to increase our memory power. And our so-called tendency to become dementic is very much reduced. Use it or lose it. We have to write it. Use it or lose it. We have to keep using our brain. That is how we can help ourselves. Gardening, exercise, learning 1 shloka per day, preferably whole Bhagavad Gita by the end of our life, if you have not done already. No anger, forgive and forget. And these points were presented by my friend, Dr. Narayan Rao, to present it also, because he thought that it is one of the very important points to be conveyed to senior citizens. Apart from that, you have to remain happy. How do you remain happy? I have told you yesterday, paroxysm of happiness. Only we know this. Nobody knows. Please popularize it. Paroxysm of happiness means happiness without any reason. Suddenly you remember, you become happy. To become happy, whatever we are doing, we have to drop at that moment. Whatever we were doing, we have to drop at that moment. This is the point. Next. Having understood this, we have seen how to maintain our body healthily, how to retain our memory. All these things are available also outside that you can make use. Now, further what we should know. This is a very important point. Just as our cells are there in our body, forming our one single whole organism, the whole universe is like that exactly. Like that, Earth is there, Mars is there, so many stars are there. They are all like cells in one macrocosm. So macrocosm is one living unit in which we are one cell. We can take it like that. And all cells, like inside our body, they are interconnected by the self of the individual. There is self of the macrocosm universe which interconnects everything. What is that? That is love. Love is one interconnecting signal molecule of the entire universe, to speak in a scientific jargon. So by loving, you join the band of everything in the universe. That is a very important point. Hallmark of our life from today onwards is love. And that will take away our diseases. That will change our already conditioned habits. I have told you very clearly, our main problem is our conditioned habits. Where they are conditioned? They are conditioned in the brain. As what? As circuits. What we have to do now? These circuits we have to replace. How do we replace the circuits which are already there? This is a big problem. But many of them try to say, I don't want to remember that. I don't want to remember that. It is impossible to avoid that way. There was a person who went to a Swamiji and asked, Swami, give me a mantra so that I can get every benefit. He told, there is no mantra like that. And this person insisted, no, you have to give me a mantra. And that mantra I should be able to do because I have faith in you. So that person told, this fellow is not going to leave me. So what he did, he just gave a mantra and told, okay, go ahead. Then just he was about to walk out of the door, Swamiji called, hey, listen, don't ever remember monkey whenever you start uttering mantra. He told, okay, Swami, that's not difficult. I will do it. Next day when he went and sat, whenever he started his mantra, the first thing came is his monkey. He couldn't avoid that at all. Whenever he thought, the monkey came first. That is what we are doing. When we say we have to avoid this, the same thing pesters, same thing comes again and again because that is lighted in the brain. So how to avoid it? We can avoid it only by a technical skill of rewriting with something new. Everything we have to rewrite. We should have a new recording formed in the old. Then slowly the old one will go. It is something like a tape recorder we used to have. First you have a song, then you have another song recorded over that. So we have to do that. So how we are going to do? First, we should understand what is that we are going to record in our brain. What is that is going to remove the already recorded information of the brain? For this, I tell you a short story, which I have written in preface of my book. And that book I am going to share with all of you as my presentation to you. Please see that it is not easily given to one and all because it is on Amazon sales and people, some of them buy. So I am going to give you that book. In the preface of that book, I have told a story. The story goes like this. There were, in olden days, they used to send children to Gurukulas. And when they went there, they studied for about 12 years or so. And they studied everything, all Shastras. And then they used to come back as Gruhasthas. So this son, after 12 years, he was coming to home. And father looked out through window, saw his son sauntering with a sense of achievement. Then he immediately thought, oh, pride has gone into his head. Now I should deflate it, he thought. And the person son came, told, hi son, how is everything? Okay, have you learned everything? Yes, father, I have learned everything. Some 62 different Shastras, everything I have learned. Oh, have you learned that by knowing which everything is considered known? Have you learned that by knowing which everything is considered known? Suddenly was baffled. What is that? Father, what is you are asking? How can that be something by knowing only one thing, everything else comes to be known? No. Your teacher did not teach you that? No, he didn't teach me that. Then I'm sorry, you have to go back and learn that and come. And this fellow had to return to his guru and told Swami, I thought that I have learned everything. My father asked this question. I couldn't immediately reply. Is there anything like that, Guruji? He told, yes, of course it is there. But it is not taught if it is not asked. Oh, I am asking now, please, Guruji, teach me. But it has to be taught without teaching. How can it be taught without teaching? But I will teach you that without teaching. All right, you can tell me that. Then he told, I give you 400 cows. Take those 400 cows to a forest and you be there until they become 1,000. You should not speak to anybody, not have any interaction with any human until cows become 1,000. And then you come back to me. He told us, he took them into a deep forest where not a semblance of humanity was there. He stayed there. Months passed, years passed. He had no opportunity to talk also. Slowly, he started dealing with animals, started dealing with nature, and he forgot all the worldly things, including perhaps his name. Then he was enjoying in the reverie. One fine day, one cow came and goaded him and reminded him that we are 1,000 now. So he had to take all of them back. When he was coming from the distance, the Guru saw him and he knew that he has achieved enlightenment. He went, hugged him, and he asked, do you want me to teach anything further? He told, no. I have learned everything what is supposed to be learned. By learning this, something without teaching is equivalent to have known everything in the universe. What is that? That is knowing that I am not this body, but I am consciousness alone. I am consciousness. I am nothing to do with the body, nothing to do with the mind. And consciousness does not speak. Consciousness does not act. Consciousness does not think. You are just you are. I am just I am. And that is the essence of whole teaching of any knowledge, what we say, that is the essence. I put it in another way. As long as we use body machinery, as long as we use the five senses, we will never achieve supreme. We will never understand God. It will be only some definition. God is a human mind creation. There is nothing like that God there, like another human being or like another force. No, that is a misconception. Unfortunately, if we don't teach it, people do not come also, they do not understand. In order to make you understand, I struggled so much to tell the scientific background in all these days, all 5 days. Now I am able to sum it up in a way that we can understand it clearly what I was trying to tell. I was trying to tell that whatever that body senses, perceives, is a highly limited, myopic concept. Take 3 bangles of different colors, put it in a kaleidoscope and keep on looking. What happens? Different pictures come in the kaleidoscope, colorful, different variety of drawings you get there. But what is the basic backdrop? Basic backdrop is only 3 bangle pieces. The whole universe, what we are seeing also is like that. But we are seeing it through the kaleidoscope of our body. So we see so many colors, so many forms, so much we will find. And we are attached to it. We are addicted to it. And it is impossible to get rid of it. And if somebody says this world cannot be real, we become angry. How can that be not real? We don't say it is not there. We say it is not that real, what we think. We think that world is everything. That's a wrong concept. Why? When so much of long electromagnetic radiation, for example, the electromagnetic radiation extending from Kanyakumari up to Leh, the world universe, not Earth, the whole macrocosm is equivalent to the room in which we are sitting for our information. Imagine how huge is the unmanifest. As long as we are stuck to this body, as long as we speak in the language of the body only, try to understand something within the means of these five senses, is not going to give us any result. Then what is the way forward? We should try to go beyond. How do we go beyond? Our own body, we have told, we have got trillions of cells. Each cell has got so many parts. Each part has got atom. Atom has got electrons. And in the center, there is nucleus. All of them have subatomic particles. At the level of subatomic particles, I am not different from this laptop. I am not different from this light. I am not different. One atom of tree is not different from my atom. Our atom of each other are not different. That is our root. From that root, all this is expanded. We are seeing only the outer projecting ferocious waves, but we have forgotten the huge sea. That sea also contains H2O molecule. Then it has hydrogen atom, oxygen atom. So what we are trying to say is, we have three facts if you take our origin up to our appearance. What are the three stages? Number one, materialism, in which we are living. Number two, quantum level. What is quantum level? Quantum level is a physics. It is the physics of extremely minute subatomic particles, like electrons. Here, one very peculiar thing happens. If you look at it, it is a point. It is a particle. You turn away from it, it is a wave. Will you ever believe that? If you look, it is particle. You don't look, it is a wave. How? I will tell you this, because I have told you some already science, you will be easily understanding. You see, there is a wave like this. And when we see only a particular part of the wave, and we take a still of that, and that still only is processed in our brain. So naturally, we are stuck there. We are not able to move with the wave. Actually, it is wave. But whenever this body or subject observes, it becomes a particle. Is it real? No. Wave alone is real. Particle is an appearance because of observation, because of subject. Beyond that is virtual world. You know, virtual world means it's there but not there. That is virtual. So how many worlds we have now? We have material world, we have quantum world, we have virtual world. Beyond the virtual world, there is some intelligence which is going to help, what we say, the life, creation, everything. But again, that creation, what it creates, is not real. Why it's not real? For example, when we see an electron, you see it there, but it is already moved to the next place. That next place may be next world. Our scientists say now, many universes, so this world, what we see, is not as simple as we think. If we go on understanding more and more deep we go. Therefore, what we should do, very intelligently, we should accept that this world is created because of this body and mind. And our mind pastes its emotion over the world. We have already seen this. Whatever we have pasted and we consider the world as mine, my son, my brother, or my house, all these are created by this body and mind. That creation is not real. We have to tell. Whom we should tell? We should tell our own mind. Then we are moving to the next level. Which level you will move? You may move from material level to quantum level. And from quantum level, if you go further, you will go to virtual level. And there what happens? We can achieve anything we want. How? Achieve anything means immediately what comes to our mind? Tell me. Achieve anything means immediately our money comes to our mind. I don't know how, because it is so much ingrained in us. Achievement means money, position. Nothing else. That is the achievement. That's not an achievement at all. At the age of 4 years, we peed in the pants. At the age of 16 years, we sought fronts. At the age of 20 years, we sought sex. At the age of 30 years, we sought money. At the age of 50 years, we sought money. At the age of 60 years, go back, repeat again. At the age of 60 years, we again try to have sex, which is difficult. Again, at the level of 70 years, we try to seek fronts, because many of them are lost already. And the 80 years, we pee back in pants again. That's reality. That's reality. Unfortunately, people are so bound to this body, this one, they don't want to speak truth also. So humor, let it be part of our life also. Try to laugh as much as we can. We have to laugh. How? When you should laugh? I have told you already on the first day. As soon as we get up early in the morning, we go to bathroom. First thing we see in the mirror is ourselves. And laugh as much as you can with that personality. As much as you can. You know, by laughing so much, it's healthy. It's part of exercise. It releases endorphins. It does so much of good. It relaxes. Otherwise, we are all very strict, very serious. Aged man means he should remain very honorable, should not speak much. This kind of a thing is going to have problem for us. Smile, humor, play with kids. Just play just like them. That is how the life should go on. After this, when we see right from what is the first level? Material level. What is the next level? Quantum level. Then we have the virtual level. After all this, now let us come to the external world. The external world is there. objects are there and space is there. You agree? Once a question was asked to Einstein. You are a great scientist. I do not know science. Will you be able to explain in simple words what is theory of relativity? You know what he told? For example, so many objects are there everywhere in the universe. If all these objects are removed, what remains? He asked. Naturally, that correspondent told, space remains. He laughed and he told, that is the mistake. When all objects are removed, space also is removed. Space is there when objects are there. Space is not there when objects are removed. Do we know this? This is a very, very important point. When everything is removed, there is no space at all. This space and time is a construct of this instrument which creates a person, me, and the rest of the world. Dvitiya dvau bhayam bhavati. This is what has caused us the fear. The fear is the fear of me and the rest of the world. That's created by mind. Now let us do one simple experiment. Let's remove all objects, just a mind experiment, including our body. Everything is removed in the universe. What happens? Space disappears. When space disappears, such a humongous space of some 15 to 20 billion light years across will become a highly potent, extremely small, highly energetic point. That's where the Big Bang starts. You know that point contains everything. Potentially, it contains everything, that particular point. Potentially. But nothing is seen. How? When going to Mars, you must have seen yesterday, I asked you to see that pale blue dot. When Mariner, this one, when it is going, it has taken the Earth's photo. It is just a simple dot, extremely minute dot. In that minute dot, we have 7 billion human beings, animals, so much living, so much of life, so much of commotion, they warmongers, so much is there. In that small dot, is it there or not? Yes. In the same way, when you remove all objects, there is one potential point in which everything is there. Hope you can imagine, because of our background, what we have talked, so much of science, we should be able to understand this point clearly. What we should do is, we should just sit quietly every day early in the morning. Sit so quietly that no part of the body should move. No part. And we have already trained to observe the mind, and then usually thoughts also are reduced. There is no thought, there is no movement of the body. But there is one movement which we cannot stop. What is that? Respiration. Respiration is one which we cannot stop. Therefore, our rishis found a very, very important point for focus or concentration. Anyhow, you cannot stop the respiration. So you forget everything and just focus on the respiration. Focus on the respiration. So what happens now? When we are focusing on the respiration, we are focusing on just a minute movement of our body, nothing else. all the rest of the body is dropped. At the same time, what happens if we expand our body to the size of the macrocosm universe? Imagine, it's a mind experiment. You expand. When you expand, you are the whole universe. In that universe, still you are breathing. Still there is contraction and relaxation. Now we imagine all objects of the universe are removed. Then there is no space, no time. What remains? A fine speck of potential energy. Stay there. Stay there. And keep looking at it, enjoying it. You will enjoy that. At that time, when it is so potential, in that potentiality is there only when I is there. Because I am observing it. Because I am part of it. How to pull out my I out of that potential point? This is what we have to do as meditation. Angushta matra purusho antaratma sada jananam sannivishta. You get this one in Kathopanishad. Munjadi veshikam dhairyena. How we should remove? Just like you remove the pith of the stalk of grass, carefully you remove that. So from this potential point, you should carefully isolate ourselves, the I there. This is the ultimate thing that we can achieve. When we are at that level of I, where are relations? Where is Earth? Is there any connection between the two? Look at the way we think. That is possible for this mind. So, who are you? I am the creator of the universe. How do you say? I am able to go to that potential point. I identify with that and own the very ownership of that. I am that. Tattvamasi. I am that. Am I not that? When I am that, when it is possible for me to achieve that, tell me, why are we in this small, lowly thinking part here now? It's because of our training, of our conditionings, which have made us like that. So, what we should do now? We should start dropping. I told you again, I repeat, you should drop this world as quickly as a hot charcoal falls on your palm. Just drop it. Drop it quickly. Then you are there. And that you is different from this. If we start enjoying this status at least for 1 hour in a day, continuously, whole our present cycles created by neuronal congregation because of Hebb's law, because of quantum Zeno effect, everything will be smashed. A new connection will form. It's possible to have new connection. It's possible to be born as a new individual. It's possible to live separately. It's possible to be the monarch of the entire universe because we are the creator. There was one medically qualified graduate from America, went into Amazon forest, and he was climbing something, fell down from a height, and his back was injured, and he could not move. He thought he would take rest with some people nearby and would reach the hospital about 150 kilometers away after some time. But it worsened. He couldn't move. It was so painful. Though he was a doctor, he could not help himself. So what he did, he had to submit to the local people. The local people, shaman, one of the shaman, he came. He gave some herbal, this one, where he used to get partially sleep, again wake up. They did something and all that. After a little drowsy feeling, he woke up. He saw that person had left and his pain had left. He just walked normally. It's possible if you reach your quantum level, because it is one quantum point that forms the whole universe. It is possible to change our health, possible to change our anything at the level of quantum. But it is not possible to get money, because money is such a foolish thing invented by man, and that is not part of the universe creation. It is a human creation. So this is how it works. There are many people, even in Philippines, there are people who work on energy fields. You know what they do? They just put their hand, and the patient also feels as though he is excavating his energy fields, and he plucks it out and throws it away. And many times, successfully, they are cured. What is required is belief. When that person is acting at quantum level, our body also is at quantum level. Our misfortune is, we study quantum level, we study virtual level, we study all those things, but unfortunately, we believe that we are in the materialistic physical level. If we feel that we are also at the quantum level, meeting the quantum, this one, then we become one with quantum and finish. There is no end for our achievement. The biggest achievement is what I have told you, to identify with the point. That point from where the whole world erupts. The world again is not real. It is something like that. Say somebody, some teacher comes and tells, there was a poor man who has a small piece of land. He could not grow much. He did not have food. He had trouble with everything. Then one rishi going by told, hey, you are a rich person. He laughed. How do you call me rich? I don't have anything. He told, no, I tell you, listen to me. You are rich. How? See the land, what you have. Inside, there is a lot of wealth hidden. So he got the information now. He was thinking all along that he was poor, though he has wealth within him. Then he now thought, somebody has told. Who has told? Guru has told. Now what he did, it won't just come like that. He worked laboriously, went on digging, and finally he got the wealth. That's what we have to do. We know the truth. We have explained the truth, but it depends on us alone to work for it. This is a knowledge where nobody else can work for us. Only we can work for it. We can work for it. Others can never work for it. Whereas in all other fields, it's possible to help. Here, they may give suggestions, but the whole digging, whole process of believing, everything had to be done by him. Then only he gets that. There was a person who was begging under a tree for 40 years and happened to die. Then the people decided, yeah, let us better bury him here itself under the tree. Then they dug only 5 feet. There was a huge, cache of wealth there. This fellow, for 40 years, he was begging, sitting on the wealth. We are also begging, sitting on this greatest wealth of that physical point, what I told, from which we have to extricate ourselves out, where everything is ours. We have that capacity, we have that strength to achieve that. Not for animals, but for human beings, it is possible to achieve that. And it is possible, but none of us are achieving. Why? We are not ready to leave this material level. It is just a level. You look at that, I am hearing, yesterday I was a little upset because there are so many corona people, my relatives, others, corona is there, and when a person dies, it appears there are no 4 people sometimes to take the body. Do you believe it can happen to us? And how much we pamper this body, how much we work this, and it just can become a destitute body within no time. When that is the case, are we not supposed to make use of this time why we are born on this earth? Are we not supposed to know the reality before we leave? Are we not supposed to achieve that wealth which we are bound to achieve? Please understand. Change the lifestyle. Become a regular. As soon as getting early morning, go and laugh at the person in the middle, as much as you can. Get that recording in YouTube of laughing, some records are there. You just listen and laugh along with that. Make a laughing club, humor club. Then sit and meditate what I am telling, and you can modify it according to you only, according to your understanding. But let the understanding be right, for which I have struggled all these days, to give you a scientific background of meditation. That is scientific. Nobody can tell how is it possible. No, that is the one. Now follow that carefully. Later, you should have walked, and during walking, we have to learn something by heart. Never stop at this stage. Start something new. I resigned as Dean of a medical college, and I just came here. And now I am serving Chinmaya Mission. I am so happy to serve there. Like that, please select something other than serving home. I don't say don't serve home, but go beyond. Then only we meet that molecule, signal molecule of love. Once we stuck with the signal molecule of love, and it expands all over the universe. It is possible. If you are a lawyer, try to give some help to people. If you are a doctor, try to give some help to the poor. There was a doctor, because we should also become humorous. There was a doctor retired, and somebody told, why don't you practice again? He went and he started practicing. He wrote, for any one consultation, $500 US. And if that is not cured, $500 will be given back to you. So there was a young doctor who just wanted to get $500 from him somehow, from this oldie. Not all old people are fools. He didn't know that. And he went and he told, "Oh, I have no taste, doctor. What should I do?" Then doctor shouted, "How number 24, get the medicine." The nurse got and dropped 3 drops onto the tongue. He shouted, "This is gasoline." "Ah, you have got your taste back. Give me 500, he told. So he got $500. Then he went back. Somehow he wanted his $500 back. So next time he went and he told, "I don't hear properly. Come on, give 500. He gave. Then he told, "Number 24, bing." And he told, "No, that is gasoline." Then he told, "Your hearing has come. Come on, give me 500. Then the third time he told, "Now my eyes are not there, not seen. I am blind." Okay. He told, "Come on, 24. He didn't say. He told, "I don't know this. I have no treatment for this. You take your $1,000. He gave it. When he was giving, he gave him only $10. He told, "What is this? You have given him only $10. Ah, your vision has come back. Come on, give me the $10. He took it back. So be humorous, be happy, make as much life felicitous as possible, involve with people, and give some help to somebody in some form. You can volunteer to help with others. If why you have your own thing, go to some schools, teach, or when you are interested with this, you can help our student children about our what we say, Bhagavad Gita and other things. I am writing in many Quran and other things, you know. Many people are ignorant and they do not know anything about that, and they want to learn. That's a very important thing. Many of them are learning. That's a good thing. Let them learn. And we should light the lamp of learning and let it be spread all over. Let this knowledge be spread. Let's not become old. There is no chance of us becoming old because we are not the body. That is what we have decided. When we have decided we are not the body, where is the question of getting old? We can never become old. Have faith in that. We will never, because we are not the body. Just as I see so many lights, fan and air conditioning, but there is one thing common, electricity. Like that, all of us are there. There is one thing common, consciousness. Consciousness neither is the property nor is the product of the body. It is different. Then what is this world? The world is just an illusion at the quantum level, and illusion is naturally expressed at this gross material level. Just like when we see a snake in the evening, we are scared and we run away, bring light and see it is not snake, it is star, it is a rope. It is a rope, not snake, but we mistook it to be the snake. Like that, this world, we have mistaken it to be actually real. It is there, something is there, I don't say no. But that's not as strong as what we feel, as strong as why we should weep. No, that won't require that. It does not need that kind of reaction. It needs some help. It needs some attention. It does not require us to weep for it. It is just a game. It is just a magic. It's just a play. We play in that. Enjoy the play. When the time comes, we say bye. But Yesha Brahmi Stitik Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuktiti. Stitva Shamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvana Mruchyati. And we reach a stage where we are in that state, one with that singular point. With that singular point. And in that singular point, we have pulled ourselves out as existence consciousness. And that is bliss. Finally, all what is perceived, all what is explained is just an electromagnetic illusion. It is energy of that consciousness, existence, bliss. If I say, if I put there an elephant, if somebody asks you, lift it up, I say, I can't. How do you say you can't? Because I know my strength. What is that strength? Where is that strength? I cannot show, but I have. In the same way, that point has every strength, but it cannot show. And that strength is this universe. And when we go to the root itself, we have achieved that. We become the creators. Where is this weeping? Down on earth. Where is that great feeling of being a creator? It is something stupendous, something inexplicable, something, this our knowledge that is given to us by our rishis, by our Vedas, is something that we should be so grateful that it is very truthful in the modern scientific era, because everything from day right one I have explained only through science. I have not gone a bit beyond science. So this, what we understand, is science. In fact, this whole world here is just a hologram. One hologram, consciousness passing through the body, another original consciousness. When both of them pass through this body, the universe is created, and that is hologram. This is what is reality. So what we should do, I have told you, you should sleep early. You will sleep early when you eat early and eat light food. And get up whenever you want. That is one luxury for senior citizens. Get up like little thing. When your body wants to get up, you get up. But don't get up at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Get up whenever body. Then immediately when you go to bathroom, laugh at that person. From tomorrow, you should start this ritual. Laugh as much as you can so that all these pains. And then after your coffee or whatever it is, do this meditation which I have told you. Then go for walk. Then learn your sloka. I tell you, I request you, please, all of you, for at least, I learned in 2 years, you should learn Bhagavad Gita within 3 years by heart. Take a vow today. I will do it. For your information, I did not know Sanskrit, but I could by heart, rote learn. Please learn. Every day one sloka. Every day one. You should. This is the time. We should make use of that. And that has the strength to change, because it doesn't speak of like other religions, our God is there. That God concept is different. This concept, what I am telling, is reality. Tattvamasi, I am that. Who I am? I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. When you are that consciousness, existence, and bliss pulled out of that point, singularity. And then at that time, beyond that, we cannot talk. If you talk, you come back. You cannot express. If you express, you come back. It is inexpressible. Asabdam, sparsham, roopam, avyayam. Tathavasam, nityam, gandham, yachyam. What a great thing. Who can achieve? You can achieve. I can achieve. We all can achieve. Are we supposed to spend something for that? No. It is within us. It requires little effort, love for it, and let us not born again. Let's not take place in the magic play again. That is what I wanted to convey. Let us gracefully age. Let's know what we are. Hari Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. I'm so obliged all of you came, encouraged. And will you please separately, not in the WhatsApp group, separately inform our coordinator. He will send you my book. It's my present to you. You should always remember by reading that our relationship with each other. Let's keep that growing, learning together, and we will achieve this together. Let us not be born together. Let us not be miserable again. It's not worth that. It's not worth it. Okay? Abin is the coordinator. Abin is the coordinator. He will give that book to all of you and keep that with you. And keep reading. My life also I have written in that. I had such a bad one, but still I could pull out of it. I could pull out of that. And I'm in front of you today because of our sacred Vedas. See, they have so much of strength. All what you have to do, identify with your quantum nature. Go deeper, deeper, deeper. So many messages are there. Okay. Oh. I tell you, there one question is some chakras and all that, yogic tradition. My request is, these are all energy fields, they may be working. I don't say it is wrong or anything. When you have a right royal way of imagining yourself the highest and gaining it, when you fall back on smaller things, they are okay at that level. Chakra means we have still given importance to body. Still given importance. We have still identified the body. What we say, go beyond that. Don't identify that at all. Because I told you, if I touch like that, if I hit again, I am not hitting the same hand. It's gone, it's moved. This kind of profound knowledge we have to use. Huh? Okay. Yes, I am very much comfortable. I don't have any serious illness now. It's all possible because of my quantum connection, because of my meditation, because of my service to Chinmaya Mission, and because of my association with Swamiji's, Swami Advayananda, Swami Shardananda, great souls. I should thank them for giving me this opportunity. Okay. Thank you very much. Again, let us see.